Welcome everybody to another OkieTradez Study Session. So today kind of sucked as far as wedges and patterns that we all know and like, but I believe that has to do with the war situation in Ukraine. And I mean, Israel, obviously we still have the Russia-Ukraine war, but um, now we have another one. Israel, I forget who they're, I don't even know who they're going up against. I forget right now. It's been a long day. But I do want to talk about the fact that we've actually had some sympathy plays because of the war in Iran. And if it wasn't for that, I mean, I wouldn't have even made any money at all. So I'm thankful. I'm not thankful for the war. That's a weird thing to say. But I am thankful for the plays, I guess. I don't know. It's a weird feeling. Um, So, also, I want to say that I do think that probably next week should heat up. I mean, if we see back-to-back slow weeks, then that's a little disturbing, but um, I don't suspect we'll see back-to-back slow weeks. We haven't seen it all year, so I'm just going to keep the faith, stay strong, and be prepared and study up just like I'm supposed to every single day. And I'm putting in 120% every day, and that's basically what it takes. If I wasn't doing that, I wouldn't even be green on the year. I'd probably be red. I know I've already not double, but I've made more, definitely more. Almost, we're getting close to, I'd say 30% more than what I made last year of the whole year. And we're not even halfway through the year. And I feel like there was the same type of opportunity where, 1 or 2 days a week there was a really hot day and then the rest of the week sucked. But, I guess this year there's been, maybe a little bit better. But anyways, let's kind of get into the sympathies. So, um, first thing I want to look at is CGC and ACB, right? So, a sympathy play is the strategy, right? That's the thesis, whatever you want to call it, behind the play. And what's nice about it in this scenario and the other scenarios today, which is also nice, it's also combined with another strategy. Like, to me, a strategy is more than just a pattern. There's a reason why to it. And the easiest strategy, in my opinion, to convey to somebody that's trying to understand strategy is sympathy plays because it's directly related from a news event. You also have patterns involved, and then you have um, abstract ideas, I guess you could say, that you can take advantage of. So, uh, what do I want to notice first, other than the fact that it's right now, this is a weed play. So, we'll start off with that. CGC and ACB, both weed plays. So, notice how they run exactly the same, pretty much. And then, not to mention the fact that if you notice, what kind of daily chart are we looking at here, right? Kind of like right here, this is a little bit easier of an example. Straight green days up, multi-day runner, multi 100% runner, pulls back, straight red days, then you're expecting a first bounce day. Same thing right here, basically, right? From, what is it, 3 to 11, and, it did have a first bounce day here, basically. But then it had more red days in a row, which leads to a way better move. So the more red days you get in a row, as long as it's not like too far, like see, these are red days or like real small red days. You don't want to see a lot of big red days because then the stock's back all the way down at its low. So a good first bounce day typically happens no lower than the halfway mark of the overall run. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but So we have two strategies. We have a daily chart first bounce day pattern, and then we also have the fact that they're both related together. They're both weed plays. So how would you take advantage of that? In my eyes, what I want to see is I want to see one of them become the leader. I don't know which one is the leader of the day. They switch around, move around. Sometimes one becomes a leader and then it ends up becoming the follower later in that day to the other one that was the follower. So, but how would I look at it? Like I said, I want to see one become the leader. How do I know it's the leader? I need to see it make a big move. If I see a stock make a big move that I'm watching as a potential sympathy play, then I know, okay, that one's the leader. And then after that, I'm basically just trying to join myself into the sympathy play. And hopefully it follows in the same exact manner as the leader does. So, this is the leader. I've already established that. How do I establish that? Like, all right, so this one breaks high of day first at what time? 9:55. And at 9:55, this one's just under high of day. Hasn't broke high of day yet, you see? And it breaks high of day 1 minute later. But people that are new, and I've learned this myself, is you don't just jump right into a sympathy play. So when this one breaks high of day, what does it do? It stuffs. And it's like the plays in question. So what happens with this one? If you jumped in with this one expecting it to go like the other one, well, yeah, the other one holds up right here. See, like, here's this dip you could have been risking on if you bought it on this one, and it holds above that dip, the last best dip. Well, on the sympathy play, it pulls under that last best dip. So when you buy a sympathy play, the first thing you must know is that you cannot join the sympathy play until the leader has made a big move. So CGC breaks high day, so we understand that it's likely to be the leader, but it stalls and now we're not sure. It's in doubt. Again, then it comes and breaks high day. What time? 10:06. Okay. So at 10:06, this one's not even at high of day, right? And then this one just CGC keeps going, and it's really spiked through high of day here, 10:09, right? At 10:09, it just breaks high of day. So you could have bought here, and I would have, had I been paying attention to it. I was more focused on these other ones, which we'll get into later. But if you bought it right here at 10:09, so buying it at 6, you're gonna probably have to risk right here 5.85, so 15 cents. And basically, what you don't want to see from CGC is you don't want to see it fall apart, right? You want to see doesn't have to keep going up necessarily right when you buy your sympathy play. So right when you buy it right here, and you're risking right here because it's the last best dip. I wouldn't risk here because it's not that clear. To me, this is very clear. So if I bought it right here, and this is basically like the pattern now. So what is this pattern? It's just a high day break. If you look at it like that, right? A high day break versus the last best dip. And it's kind of the same thing that happened right here, right? High day break, and then this is the last best dip. Ironically, it aligns at VWAP. This one just takes off. So we know that this one should take off. If it doesn't, respect your risk and don't cut out until what? CGC either gets way too overextended, and then we're still not going to cut out necessarily until our stock either stops us out or spikes really well, which is the idea. Or if CGC was to all of a sudden just dump underneath right there, then you would just have to go ahead and cut ACB wherever it is. But obviously, CGC, what does it do? It makes one big move, one strong sideways consolidation, and then another big move. So ACB, that's kind of like what we're looking for here. And that's basically it right here. One big move, sideways consolidation, another big move. And again, that's the spot. So hope that makes a lot of sense to you all. Multiple strategies, and the pattern was a high day break, risking the last best dip because CGC, the leader, told us that's what to do. If CGC did something else, like if it created a real nice super tight dip right there and then broke high of day and took off, well, I would expect the same thing to be super nice right here, and I would risk up here. So, you know, that's just kind of the thought process behind that. And if it's still a little bit complex, which it is, because I'm not going to pretend like I dominated anything today, but we're going to get into some more. So, um, Indo, as we're looking at the daily chart, right? This is that Israel play, and it's related to oil and gas. And you can see, made a big move up, multi-day run, 250 to 650, so over 100% move at least. And then a couple red days, and I was waiting for the first bounce day today. And that was a lovely chart, so that's why I was focusing on Indo and TPET, because look at the daily chart. Same thing, oil and gas, but the same exact type of run, multi-day runner, 100% or couple 100%, straight green days, couple red days in a row. We expect the first bounce day, right? Um, and then HUSA. This is the one that I really sized into, and then it's the same thing. Oil play, ran up with them just like before. But now that I'm looking at it, it didn't make 100% move. Oh, okay. So that's why this one didn't work. You're seeing it live here, a realization. I was looking for why this one didn't work, and I just chalked it up to, bad luck. But I'll be darned. 140 to 240 is not even 100% move. So, as a first bounce day example, it must be a 100% move. So, this one's probably what? It might even have a little tiny first green day, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna count that as a good one. And it didn't work today, so that's all that matters in the end, anyways, right? But wow, because if we're looking for a first bounce day, we need 100% move on the main run up, and we get that on these. Dang it! All right, so wow, okay. First things first, but at least I did this right. When I saw Indo right off the bat, look, it's red on the day. This line right here is the previous close line, right? It spikes up in one candle, and then it kind of holds, tries to break high of day, and then dumps. So my idea was, because I was waiting for it, obviously right here. What time is this? 9:33. So at 9:33, it's already up here, right? I'm not just gonna buy into it. But if it gives me a little high a day break, then I'm gonna jump in. So that's what happened. You get this set up. I bought it right here at 32 cents, risking 30 cents, and then it takes off. I ended up, so, right, what happened? This one spikes up, holds, but then dumps. And so, in my mind, so could TPET, right? TPET should dump, but it holds and goes again. But what am I'm thinking too literal with these, uh, and not literal in the sense that, I'm expecting to follow them tick for tick, but what they do is they follow like a theme, I'm noticing. And I don't know if you're picking up on that, but so what did this thing do? Like it spiked up strong, it went red to green on a big move. And then it's holding. I mean, yeah, it slipped under far, but it instantly got back above a green, and then it's holding right here, and it perks back up to high day. And that shows its strength, right? Okay, but it didn't break through high of day. but it's holding, and it's holding strong. And TPET is kind of the same deal. Like if you think about it right here, like okay, it breaks through, holds, and breaks again. It's kind of that, like breaks through, holds, breaks again. And then Indo has this hard pullback, and then it's holding green and perks off of it, right? So TPET has this hard pullback, and what time is this? 9:59. So at 9:50, a full 9 minutes before, it's telling you that it's held the green level and perked up and at high of day again, right? What time does this break high of day? 10:02. So this one breaks high of day a full 7 minutes. One, two, yeah, a full 7 minutes before TPET does. So that tells you, all right, so where is TPET when it breaks the high of day here? That's what I really want to know. All right, so at 9:55, let's clean this up. So 9:55, it breaks high of day right here. At 9:55, we are where? On this pullback. Okay, perfect. Okay. Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. All right, so you don't necessarily just jump right in. No, no, no. But once it holds and curls, because again, what? Indo is above high day at 9:55. Once you get this kind of like sideways action, I would definitely be buying right here. That's just money spot. And then look, it takes off again, right? And then because it takes off so strong, so does TPET. The unfortunate thing is I was watching it again because Indo goes sideways again and takes off. Well, TPET starts to go sideways, and I was thinking, all right, maybe I might be able to get a little scalp up here, but then it just pulls and dumps. And so as it starts to pull, I'm thinking, all right, well, what about Houston? Because I'm watching it on another screen at the same exact time, and I'm thinking to myself, well, this one's down while these are both up, and it's the same exact chart, right? And it's the same exact look. So I bought some right here on this break, added more right here, and then added more right here, and I thought, oh man, I'm doing so great. And then it just dumps, and I ended up having to cut it all right there. So it was a tough one. Um, and again, I was frustrated. Why didn't Houston work? It should have worked. It was exactly the same. It ran up like the other ones. Again, same. Look at the daily charts. They look the same, right? Look exactly the same. It looks so good. But when we deep dived into it, it only went from 140 to 240. Not even 100%. This one went over 100%. This one went over 100%. So you really do need to look into the finer details. And then as far as sympathy plays, I noticed there's usually 3 or 4 of them. From now on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to only focus on 2. And I'm going to focus on the 2 that have the most volume and that have ran the best previously. And that's how I'm going to approach my sympathy plays from now on. So I'll probably, if TPET and Indo set up again, or CGC and ACB, because there's also Cron and Tilray and other ones like that, you know, I'm just going to focus on the 2 best, and I'm going to, again, if you start back at the beginning of this video, I talk about I got to see one just show me it's the leader and then follow it, but not like step for step, more of like a guideline. Let the leader guide the sympathy. So, all right, y'all. Hope you enjoyed this study session. I feel like I spoke a lot of advanced stuff, but I broke it down as simple as I could. So, if you have any questions, just hit me up in Small Cap Rockets Trade. All right, everybody, or I mean Small Cap Rockets chat. All right, everybody, take it easy.